Viking Victories to do the announcements with us. If you can see the tortoise, what's the tortoise's name?
Turbo.
Turbo the tortoise is ready for Mr. Ortiz, Mrs. Singletary, or myself to kiss him. What do you think about? Will you do it for me, Harper?
No.
Oh, man. So these are the classes that get to choose which one of us smacks with our lips the tortoise. Mrs. Smith's class, Mrs. Maybe's class, Mrs. McDonald's class, Mrs. Piazz's class, Mrs. Brown's class, Mrs. Anderson's, and Mrs. Amesqua. Is that any of you?
Miss Gouveia and Miss Amesqua.
Ooh, okay. All right. What else do we have?
I have a whole bunch of Viking Reader Awards. Do you want to hear them? Okay. I have one for Mrs. Erickson's room, Miss Amesqua, Mrs. Weiss. Wait, there's two for Mrs. Weiss. One must be from last week. And then for first grade, I have Mrs. Anderson. Who's getting away from us? Mrs. DePelt, 2 weeks in a row. Mrs. Brown, and for second grade, Mrs. Maybe's class, Mrs. Smith, and Mrs. Carinta. Good job, Viking readers.
And I have the shout outs for Merida and Mrs. Callanan, Emma and Mrs. Mercer, Alonzo and Mrs. Anderson, and Peyton and Mrs. Matthews, and Elena and Mrs. Rose. So friends, remember to show your Viking pride this week by being kind, being safe, and working hard. What's one way they could do that?
By following directions.
Following directions, that's working hard like a Viking. What do you think, Avery?
Showing Viking pride a lot.
Showing it a lot, like everywhere you go, whether someone's watching or not. And what about you, Allison?
Reading all the time.
Doing your reading? So during Read to Self, read the whole time. That's working hard like a Viking. Thank you, girls, for being with us. Have a good week.